Alright, welcome to this part 4 of our regular expression tutorial, and we are in number 4, match 8-digit numeric number. And we are saying that before now we wrote something like this, 0 to 9, and it was correct, okay? So this means that the first item has to be either any digit from 1 to 9, followed by any other digit from 0 to 9, and this shows 1 or more. What it means is that if we just write 889, it matches the first one, as you can see, 1 to 9. Now we can leave out this because this star at the end shows it can also be 0, it can be left out. So what I introduced in the previous tutorial, that is tutorial 2, if I'm not mistaken. Now I say that you can replace 0 to 9 with /d. Alright, so take note of it. If you have a notebook, /d is the same thing as is the same thing as square braces 0 to 9. So this validates true, and if I put 0, of course it will validate false. In the same way, if I replace this with 0 to 9, it will also do exactly the same thing. So sometimes instead of using square braces 0 to 9, you can replace it with /d. Okay, you can just replace it with /d. Alright, let's go to the next one. Match number with minimum length of 2 and maximum length of 8. So at this point we want to match numbers with minimum length of 2 and maximum length of 8. As you already know, you can just put the range in square braces from 2 to 8, but take note of what might happen in this place. Alright, so if I validate, oh, something is wrong. Alright, so I'm going to fix this problem after now. Alright, so this is where we are. We are saying that we want to match a number with minimum length of 2 and maximum length of 8. So you can always write it. Remember, you start with this and then specify 0 to 9 and just specify the range to be 2 to 8. So at this point we have minimum length of 2, maximum of 8. So if I enter just 1, it validates to be false because the minimum has to be 2. If I enter 79, it also validates false. Okay, so if I enter something more than 8, this is 9, it validates false. So let's just enter something exactly 8 digits, it validates. Okay, we have minimum of 2. Remember, you need to remove the space here, so it will validate to be true. In regular expressions, no spaces. Let's now do this. This one is very interesting. When I did it, I appreciated how it worked. We want to now validate receipt number. Let me shift this thing up. We want to validate receipt number or invoice number of the form INV 43458. It means that the first 3 items has to be characters, and then the last 5 has to be numeric. So let's see how we can write it. The first 3 has to be characters, so it's as simple as just saying 0 to 9. It means the first 3 has to be characters, so 0 to 9 has to be 3, and the last has to be numeric. Has to be numeric. The first has to be characters A to Z. Has to be 3. Okay. And then the last has to be numeric 0 to 9 of how or what is the length is 5. You specify the length in curly braces. So at this point, let's try a valid one and see. IMV 43458 43458 validate true. So it validates to be true. Now if we change something, of course it validates to be false because this is no longer up to the length. Let's use a lowercase here. OSD, it validates to be false. Now to accommodate lowercase, you simply say A to Z. So this accommodates lowercase. Okay. So if I validate A to Z of 3 lengths, okay, so at this point I need to add more to this place. So because the first point has to be 3, the last has to be 5. True. Now instead of using A to Z, you can just replace it with /W. /W means a word. Okay, it means any character. So instead of using A to Z, you just use any character. So if I validate, it validates to be true. So I've taught you 2 shortcuts. I've taught you /W. I've also taught you /D to represent numbers, /W to represent letters. But the problem is this /W also includes numbers, so maybe we may not use it. What I'm saying is if we enter these 3 numbers, you see it will validate. Okay, wait. Okay, just remove 1. So it will validate to be true because /W includes, let me just show you what it includes. It includes A to Z, and also includes 0 to 9, and then includes underscore. Maybe that is not what you want. So if we want to strictly make it to be letters, we just limit to this, and that is fine. So this is false because the first 3 has to be letters. Alright, so I'm going to stop here. In the next tutorial we now continue with match number with decimal point 44.08. I would like to thank you for watching. Please subscribe, click on the subscribe to subscribe to my channel to get updates. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, click on the like button, and then we'll see you in the next tutorial.